Several times a year, Holy Family presents a 2-day seminar helping immigrants and citizens to understand their rights with respect to employment and immigration. The first day is called Know Your Rights. Experts present to participants concerning their legal rights in employment and immigration matters. On the second day, lawyers consult with participants to discuss their specific situations. They receive advice and may be referred to a legal service to represent them further. These services are made possible through a grant from the Episcopal Evangelism Society. The project is a collaboration among several organizations, and the following comments are from leaders of those organizations.
Hi, my name is Ruth Casipit Baguio. I am Director of Holy Family Episcopal Church. It's a new merging of three churches. It's the merging of three churches with St. Joseph's, Holy Child, and St. Philip's. And we are located in San Jose, East Side San Jose. The mix of our congregation is there's Anglo, there's Latino, and Filipino. And one of our ministries that what we're doing right now is we're offering immigration pre-legal clinic to the community. And what it caused me to do this, as I am trying to support this, because as an immigrant I know how the hardships also of being new to a community, and also like kind of having that support that you needed. And I am compelled to do this because in a way of continuing with our baptismal covenant to help with the poor, and to be able also to spread the love of Christ with our people, especially with the immigrants. One of the questions of our baptismal covenant, will you proclaim the word and example, the good news of Jesus Christ to everyone? And that is really a very challenging, but at the same time, I think that's what we are called for as Christians, and especially as a servant of Christ, that we need to share the good news. And what is that good news? The good news is sharing the love of Christ, and also to liberate also those people who are on the oppression, those who are oppressed, those who are poor, those who are marginalized and minority. And as a people of color too, I am one of them too, that I have felt that, I have experienced that. I have also experienced as an alien to this country, and um, it is also my calling to share that God loves all people, no matter where you're coming from, no matter what state, no matter what color you are. That the good news is that Christ loves each one of us. And for me, that is my calling, that to share that love of Christ to everyone. And that's why we are doing this program of reaching out to the immigrants, to those who are vulnerable, and those who are in need. Me and my husband are on the process of adoption. We are trying to get our baby here. It's been a long process, and I'm thinking with this process that I can also share this, that it's really hard to get someone out from this country to come here with all those details and all those requirements, and kind of really thinking, if I myself is having a hard time of doing this one, how much more for those other people who doesn't have any support. And I'm thinking that this is also a good way for me to have this experience and also share it with other people, that with this process that we're doing, that it takes time, it takes a lot of patience, and it also takes also for you to connect with other people, other agencies. And I am really kind of been into this one, and looking forward that our baby, we can have our baby here, but at the same time will also help those parents who also wants to adopt someday, and maybe kind of we can I can help also to share our experience.
My name is Felwina Opiso Mondina. I'm an attorney here in the US. I'm also actually an attorney in the Philippines. Um, what I do, I work for a law firm. I'm also a volunteer at the Catherine and George Alexander Community Law Center, and I assist in representing clients before the Labor Commissioner. I'm also a member of the Filipino Association of Workers and Immigrants, a grassroots organization here in Santa Clara County, and we advocate for Filipino immigrant rights and the rights of workers. I believe that Jesus had a preferential option for the poor, not just poor in spirit, but those who are materially poor, those who are poor, deprived, oppressed, and exploited. And I personally believe that to follow God's will and the manifestation of one's faith is to advocate and fight for social justice and human rights while we are still living.
My name is Ruth Silver Tobe. I'm the supervising attorney of the Workers' Rights Clinic at the Catherine and George Alexander Community Law Center at Santa Clara University School of Law. I supervise a clinic for low-income, mainly immigrant workers, and I teach a class on workers' rights or employment law. I'm also legal services chair of the South Bay Coalition to End Human Trafficking. I'm coordinator of the Santa Clara County Wage Theft Coalition, and I'm a founding member of the Bay Area Equal Pay Collaborative. I do what I do because I care about social justice and people's rights, and I believe that we're here to try to make the world a better place for the time that we're on this earth. My father's siblings and parents and nephews and nieces were killed in the Holocaust. They were quite a bit older because he was the youngest of 10 kids, and my mother's brother and her relatives were also killed. And my dad told me that every generation there's going to be new Jews, and in the US here it's brown and black people, Muslims, Mexicans, and that I need to fight in the memory of those who were killed to make sure that it never happens again to anybody else, and that never again really means never again. And so that's one of the reasons I do what I do, because an injustice in one place is an injustice everywhere. And I do feel very strongly that we are starting to see a repeat of what happened, and I want to do everything in my power to make sure that it never happens again to anybody else.